Welcome to my healing world. My name is Monica. I am Collagen Babe, and I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada. I just set up my Beamer PEMF machine on sleep mode. I had a very unusual night last night where I went to bed at 9:30 and I woke up at 2. And I never do that. It was a very unusual pattern. And at the same time, I kept myself up. And this right now is the result of being up since 2 o'clock in the morning. And I got this bright idea that I'd actually do some of my routines with you, whoever you are, because I've always wanted people to recognize the symbols that I use for my regeneration. I've been studying like a mad scientist since I was 7 years old. I had my first concussion. So since then, I've been on a kind of like a death march. And I got past 50 years, and I'm gonna reach for my 60 years soon. 60 years after having your first concussion, still alive, and hopefully I'll be able to get all the information, down for you to review if you want to. I've been taking notes for a long time. It's what I do. It's what my friends will know me as an information dump. I get them in front of me and I start dumping information at them because I am having to pick up so many pieces of how to keep this body happy. And I've been practicing professionally since I was in my 30s. So I know what I know because I actually sent myself to school to learn, right? And when I find a product that works, I practice it because I figure this guy is smarter than me and I'm pretty smart. I am smart enough to recognize convenience at its best. See? I take 4 of these every day. I won't put it in because right now we're winter in Vancouver and there's snow outside. So everything is kind of rock hard because I keep my house cool. I don't like all that air blowing through. And, I just go from room to room with my heaters. And I scope out, the area and see what kind of heating I can put in so that I'm comfortable there. I don't heat the house for heat. I heat the house for ambiance. And I wanted to show you all my symbols of healing, so this is something I made. This is a pendant, a 0-point pendant. And I use it to keep the electromagnetic frequencies off my aura. I study auras. I study the human design, and I understand that all the equipment that I've picked up in the last 25 years have been here to keep me safe as the world gets more and more polluted. If you get my drift, right? Because I study this stuff, and like, this one is pretty good. And then what I do is that I put that on first, and then here we go. I use castor oil with DSMO in it. So I layer up. I do the foam first, and then I take my hands and I coat my face with the castor oil, especially around my eyes, because I've noticed that I'm getting lots and lots of crystals coming out of my eyes. I haven't had those kind of crystals since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to have really sandy eyes. I remember that, you know? So I was allergic to plant medicine even back then. It's been funny, you know, my whole life studying around vegetarianism, because all my people, they, you know, the healers and the yoga teachers and everybody, even my doctor, everybody's a vegetarian. And you know, I'm a good little student. I study. You know, everyone's telling me how good they feel. So I am so fortunate that I found carnivore in 2024. Because I can work on that for the next few years, and I'll, of course, update you with my results every day, because that's just who I am. I've always done that. So I wanted you to kind of follow along with what I'm doing. I have the beamer on. It's on sleep mode because I want it on, right? Because it's creating a subtle frequency field for my body to learn. And that's what your body is doing. It is seeking resonance with itself. And that's what an aura is. When you start practicing carnivore, you'll feel it, because your body will go instinctive. Mine did. I'm going to tell it to you right now. It's like when you eat meat and you don't eat carbs, you go into ketosis. And ketosis is your body saying, I don't have any sugars to burn anymore. I'm gonna burn your fat up. And that's what it does, doesn't it? You know, you just have to do 10 days. It's not a big deal, right? Like, don't eat your rice. Don't eat your potatoes. Don't eat your vegetables. Don't eat anything with sugar in it. Definitely don't drink alcohol. This has been an ideal situation for me, because I get to practice insulin resistance, understanding that my body is naturally inclined to not do carbohydrates very well. And I was a vegetarian for 30 years, and I was an immigrant family's diet for 30 years. So 60 years of eating more carbs than I needed, because now that I just eat meat, it's obvious that I'm allergic to sugar. Have a great day wherever you are. I love you all so much. Bye.